That doesn't seem to work. I should play it.
Hello!
See you later. An Indian work elephant. The butt light is broken. Time for a new one. It fits, but something's still missing. Not bad, but I can't just put the candle inside. All it would do is burn the sock. It fits, but something's still missing. It fits, but something's still missing. Hey, that's it. Quite pretty, I must say. I should play it safe instead and give it straight to the guardsman.
Hello!
See you later. I ask myself if the prison was actually built for a plant.
A tried and true, historically valued...
That's not going to work.
La la la. Yours. Oh, today's special?
I heard a poem from...
You didn't hear. Those ears.
I'll find out...
My secret. Be gone.
Party sausages, a little past their prime. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. That's not... It says, next reading of self-penned poetry, Monday, 12 p.m. at the Butcher's. So?
What so? What do you want with that piece of paper?
Looks like you host poetry readings for poems you wrote yourself.
What a load. Some muckraking slobs out for trouble hung that there. I'm a tough-as-nails butcher.
I'm more inclined to believe that you're a poet on the sly.
All right. Every now and then a line or two slips out. What do you want? I can't help it. Anything wrong with that?
Listen, personally I think that's really admirable. Honest.
Do you mean that? And you're not gonna tell a soul a word about it?
No. If you don't want me to, I'll keep it to myself.
So you really intend to keep it to yourself?
Sure I will. I truly admire your secret talent.
You're a good person. You know what? I owe you one. A favor. If I can do something for you sometime, just let me know.
Right, well, thanks.
La la la. Today's
I'll find...
my secret. Be gone.
Freshly butchered meat, well-aged meat. Party sausages, a little past their prime.
And I didn't even see it.
Hello, young man.
What's the story with the elephant handler?
He seduced my granddaughter and at least I am dead certain they got drunk and spent, which can mean,
The whole
yes, into the wee.
doesn't seem like the...
You obviously. Hello.
I want to put your crazy village behind me.
Let's see. The quickest route leads along the cliffs.
Are you telling me I'll reach a harbor when I've passed the cliffs?
No, you'll fall into the sea. But you'll have gotten out of the village.
See you later, madam.
Whether I'm still going to feel fine later, I just don't know.
Even though I stood right next to him.
Aha. Potato Face hasn't had enough yet.
And you're an ugly dwarf.
Better a dwarf than to walk around with a schnozola like that. You could put that thing to work as a pickaxe in a mine. I've heard of the Hunchback of Notre Dame, but a hump like that on somebody's nose is news to me. Together with that hairdo of yours, you could trip the light fantastic on stage as Frankenstein's monster.
Wait a second. Your schnozola looks a lot funnier than mine.
Why not? Here at the temple, I am considered to have the most distinctive nose. Aha.
And you're...
Bet you could. I've heard together.
How could anybody like you poke fun at noses?
A proper monk needs one. On you, the effect is more like your genes got their signals crossed.
That's not going...
Aha.
And you're an ugly...
Bet you could. I've heard together.
Shouldn't you be smoking smelly herbs and singing songs about world peace?
Well, I do sing along now and then. I'll leave the rest to your imagination.
Hello?
I'm sure you're quite busy. I'll come back. Smoke's coming out of the chimney. I don't think that'll work. I don't think that'll work.
We haven't opened for...
If that's so...
Doctor.
But he owns this island.
Okay, I know the doctor. After all,
Actually,
the shop hasn't opened yet. The shop hasn't opened yet.
I don't think that'll work. I don't think that'll work. An ordinary rope. I don't think that'll work. A lovely model. Although I haven't seen anyone in this village yet who might need a spare hand, It never hurts to have one on hand. You can look into the supermarket. You can look into the supermarket. You can look into the supermarket.
La la la. Oh. Today's
I'll find...
my secret. Be gone!
It's not the first time we've caught you committing an offense.
A nice spot for a quiet rest, as long as there are no needles in it. I don't think that'll work. It's a shame I lost my fishing rod near the bluffs on the coast. It's a shame I lost my fishing rod near the bluffs on the coast.
They think you call an offense.
Aha! Make yourself right at home.
But keep your nose clean, Mr. Keane.
Come on, let the elephant out.
Let's see, what other mischief has the chap been up to?
Friday night he drove right into our little guardhouse.
Drunkenness behind the steering rod.
The matter of the butt light's been cleared up.
We can't let him through with so many offences still unsettled.
I'll come back again later.
Go right ahead.
Here are the 10 pounds the taxi driver owes you for the permit.
And it was high time, too. Tell him. Hello!
I must get to that airfield.
I'd be happy to take you there. But unfortunately, this...
Why are you arguing?
I'm not sure if I can handle all... Now, I went to a party on Friday night. After all, I'm the most desired. And the next morning, the guardsmen claimed that I crashed into the little car and lost a butt light in... There is no way it could all have happened like that. On the other hand, the butt light really...
And that's why they revoked your license?
If I could straighten out just a few of the things I'm accused of, my guess is they would be happy. But I don't have 10 pounds for the drunken driving, and I haven't the slightest clue how I'm supposed to get that rubbish about ramming the guardhouse out of their heads.
Is there something wrong?
You could normally, but if you're clearing, beside that, as there's a wise in other.
See you later. The British colonial representation on Tooth Island.
Aha! Make yourself right at home.
But keep your nose clean.
Come on, let the elephant out.
Let's see, what other mischief has the chap been up to?
Friday night he drove right into our little guardhouse.
A consideration has been paid for the drunkenness part.
The matter of the butt light's been cleared up.
Under the circumstances, we could allow a resumption of travel.
Well, don't you think you ought to discuss decisions like that with me first?
Stephen, not in front of the customer, please.
We'll talk about it again over tea.
The pride of the empire.
Aha!
Make yourself...
But keep your...
I'll come back again.
Go right...
Hello!
See you later. Looks like a road paved with tar is supposed to be built here someday.
By the way, your head has a bit.
What do you mean?
Oh, not just for.
Huh.
And if you simply.
That doesn't seem to work. I don't think that'll work.
People were endangered.
Hello, young man.
What's the story with the elephant handler?
He seduced my granddaughter on Friday. At least I am dead certain he did. They got drunk and spent a whole night together, which can mean only one thing.
The whole night?
Yes, into the wee hour.
But the soldiers said he rammed their little guardhouse Friday night.
No way! Like I said, Friday night he did far more terrible things. An atrocity. He should be arrested.
Perhaps you should tell the soldiers what he was really up to on Friday night.
Now that's a good idea. I hope they lock him up. Hey, you there!
What, us?
Do you know what that cursed elephant taxi driver Pandu did last Friday night?
Of course we do. He steered his elephant into our hut. Who else could it have been?
Ha! If it were only that. No, he seduced my granddaughter, the bride, and the wedding must be a success.
Is that really true?
I heard it with my own ears. Well, as good as heard it. I'm absolutely certain. You're not going to doubt an old woman's word, are you?
Well, what do we have to do with that?
Arrest him, kill him, or at least keep him away from the wedding.
Does that mean that the elephant at the hut wasn't his at all?
Certainly looks that way.
Which would prove his innocence.
What? Innocence? Are you crazy?
Our interest applies solely to road traffic regulations.
Ah, now I've gone and done him a favor too. Dim-witted Englishman. Bah!
And animals.
Public law and order was disturbed.
Listen, I was... Aha!
Make yourself right at home.
But keep your nose clean, Mr. Keane.
Come on, let the elephant out.
Let's see, what other mischief has the chap been up to?
All that about the guardhouse is over and done with.
A consideration has been paid for the drunkenness part.
The matter of the butt light's been cleared up.
Under the circumstances, we could allow a resumption of travel.
Well, don't you think you ought to discuss decisions like that with me first?
Stephen, not in front of the customer, please.
We'll talk about it again over tea. Hello!
I must get to that airfield.
Right! All my problems are solved. Ready to ride into the jungle?
Let's go.
And hold on tight.
Would I really be safe on top of that?
I certainly hope you've got plenty of insurance.
Well, well, that's a plank from the charming princess.
Well, at least it was when it raised anchor.
Good, good. Wherever he sails, we'll figure that out too.
About that donation, would you care to...
Let me pound him to a pulp, all right?
What?
It might be better if we didn't leave any tracks behind.
You've got a clever friend there. Oh no! The road is blocked! The road is blocked. My elephant can't get through.
Then forget about your elephant. I'll manage on my own.
Through the jungle?
Whatever it takes.
I'll wait here until you've given up your search for the airfield.
Say, thanks a lot. You're a big help.
So, time for a picnic.
I can see the anaconda's den. That doesn't seem to work. P.U. That stinks. That thing has definitely not seen a toothbrush twice a day. P.U. That stinks. That thing has definitely not seen a tooth. Fits perfectly. A little round hole. A little round hole. That's not going to work. That doesn't seem to work. That doesn't seem to work. P.U. That stinks. That thing has definitely not seen a toothbrush twice a day. The tree trunks are blocking the path. The tree trunks are blocking the path. That can't be a coincidence. That thing is holding the tree trunks down. That thing is holding the tree trunks down. That can't be a coincidence. It doesn't rule out some kind of danger. I don't think that'll work. A wooden board. That doesn't seem to work. That's not going to work. Slightly bent, but still in working condition. That's not going to work. This teeny-weeny veranda surely can't carry the weight of a full-grown jack. It's stuck. That's gonna help me. Slightly bent, but still in working condition. This teeny-weeny veranda surely can't carry the weight of a full-grown jack. A masterpiece of Victorian skilled crafts. That doesn't seem to work. That's not going to work. That's going to help me. That's going to help me. A masterpiece of Victorian skilled crafts. A masterpiece of Victorian skilled crafts. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. A small rundown hut with a peculiar device on the roof. A small rundown hut with a peculiar device on the roof. That doesn't seem to work. That doesn't seem to work. That's not going to work. I don't think that'll work. The tree trunks are blocking the path. The tree trunks are blocking the path. That doesn't seem to work. I don't think that'll work. Nothing beats a comfy break for tea in the jungle. Nothing beats a comfy break for tea in the jungle.
I'll wait here until you've given up searching.
Thanks. You're a big help. That's not going to work. That doesn't seem to work. I don't think that'll work. That doesn't seem to work. That doesn't seem to work. That doesn't seem to work. I don't think that'll... That's not going to work. Contains everything in case of an accident involving an elephant. That doesn't seem to work. I don't think that'll work. That's not going to work. That doesn't seem to work. I don't think that'll work. That's not going to work. Prods are used to guide elephants. Prods are used to guide elephants. It's threaded on one side. I'm afraid the nut is too hard. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. That doesn't seem to work. That doesn't seem to work.
While we...
Thanks. Fits perfectly. That doesn't seem to work. That doesn't seem to work. I don't think that'll work. That doesn't seem to work. That doesn't seem to work. That doesn't seem to work. It's too far away to pull it. That's not going to work. Not long enough. I don't think that'll work. I don't think that'll work. That's not going to work. That doesn't seem to work. I don't think that'll work. I don't think that'll work. That's not going to work. Looks as if the prospect of tourism doesn't particularly delight them. That's not going to work. I don't think that'll work. That's not going to work. That doesn't seem to work. I don't think that'll work. I'm afraid the nut is too hard. That doesn't seem to work. Unfortunately, there's no giant nutcracker on my trusty knife. I don't think that'll work. It must have fallen from that giant tree. Fits perfectly. That's not going to work. I don't think that'll work. I don't think that'll work. I don't think that'll work. Not bad. If I were Tarzan, that would be the only vine I'd swing on. A sturdy vine. That could be a part of a sacrificial altar or something like it. I see a path on the other side. A shrine with a tiny statue of an elephant inside. That's not a plant, that's a monster. Guess the key point here is watch out. That's not a plant, that's a monster. That's definitely not the right place for that. I might still need it in one piece. Guess the key point here is watch out. Mother Nature has already shaped it into a practical bowl. Nearly as good as a flower pot. I might still need it in one piece. That's not a plant, that's a monster. I might still need it in one piece. A fence that clearly says don't. Hello? Hello?
Flight service, how can I help you?
I'd like to go to Calcutta, please.
Just a moment, I'm checking. Oh, everything is fully booked. Goodbye.
Hey, you didn't even take a look.
I have indeed.
In that case, I'd like to take the next...
Sorry, fully booked.
Did I hear you right? There aren't that many people on this island in the first place.
There is an elephant transport scheduled.
Oh, come on. I'll pay whatever it takes.
The only currency we accept is East Peruvian Sol.
What kind of nonsense is that?
An official resolution of the Airfield Flight Authority from August 21st.
From August 21st? But that's today.
Quite right.
Look, you can bend the rules for once. I've got to get off this flaming island.
We all have our problems.
I have a sneaky feeling we started off on the wrong foot. Maybe we could start from scratch.
If you say so.
Wonderful. All I want is to leave this island.
Well, well, so that's Mr. Jack Keane.
Dr. T?
Welcome to my humble abode. So, you're the candidate from America.
Yes, I'm here at last. No doubt you've been waiting for me with bated breath. Happy to see me? Never faltering an inch, I took on the burdens of this long journey
Yes, that's enough.
What?
I'm pleased to death. Let's move on to business. Do you know how to handle that rifle, too?
You bet. I never miss. Back home, I
Quite
always...
so, I'm sure. You are my new right-hand henchwoman.
Oh, that's fabulous.
That is, if you don't muck up your introductory exam.
I won't, I promise.
Then listen closely, my pad. Down below at the gateway to my airfield, Miss Gristle, my housekeeper, is taking the greatest pains to get rid of a fellow by the name of Jack Keane.
Yes, I already ran into him. He seems to be a harmless kind of guy. Definitely willing, but not too able.
Could be. But perhaps this Jack Keane is also the key to an ancient secret resting on Tooth Island. A secret that has slumbered for 20 years. It's for you to find out if Jack has landed on this island accidentally, or if he is here on a mission.
What kind of mission could he have?
Jack could be on a quest for things which he might regard as his. And perhaps his quest even includes finding me.
What's the deal with Jack and a potential secret?
It's the name Keane that arouses my suspicions. There were already others on this island with the name Keane. It was quite a while ago. People who worked for me. Perhaps he has something to do with them. And perhaps he will unleash a fateful legacy. A legacy that could fit my plans very nicely.
No problem. I'll find out.
We shall see. Your mission is the following. Find out where the man is staying. And search for a piece of evidence that proves he is here on a mission. Once you know that he is on a mission, you'll lay bait for him on the table where he's staying. A piece of paper with a certain year written on it. If he is whom I think he is, that piece of paper could lead him to a treasure. And when Jack finds that treasure, I'm going to take it for myself. It would save me years of research and bring me that much closer to my goal of destroying my greatest enemy, the British Empire.
The what?
The Empire. The British Empire.
Right, the Empire.
Do not correct me!
Excuse me.
And now, get going.
I'm long gone. Everything will be done to your utmost satisfaction.
As I said, I'd like to get to Calcutta.
Just a moment, I'm checking. Oh, everything is fully booked. Goodbye.
Hey, you haven't even looked yet.
I have indeed.
In that case, I'd like to take the next...
Sorry, fully booked.
Did I hear you right? There aren't that many people on this island in the first place.
There is an elephant transport scheduled.
Oh, come on.
That's my big chance to look around on the sly.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever I do, I shouldn't blow it. That's my big chance to look around on the sly.
What kind of
Whatever
nonsense
I
is
do,
that?
I shouldn't blow it.
Official resolution of the Airfield Flight Authority from August 21st.
From August 21st?
Aha! The path down to the village starts here, but it's pretty steep. Aha! The base for the telescope. Hey, that's the back of a house. The base for the telescope. A bucket. A vase. The pot is hanging on a cord. The man has taste. A vase. What do you think's inside? I've got to get to the bottom of this. Not particularly interesting. It appears to be an ordinary barrel. The door is shut and there's no knob on the outside. Nothing special as far as I can see. A vase. The pot is hanging on a cord. Nothing special as far as I can see. That thing is holding down the tree trunks. That thing is holding down the tree trunks.
Oh, a customer! sorry, but my taxi is already taken. I'm still waiting for a customer to return.
I don't need a taxi. I can get to the village on foot just as well.
Yes, to the village. But what about through the perilous jungle?
How do I get to the village from here?
Just keep going down the road from here. But it's not something I would recommend.
Who are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for that impetuous young man. I still owe him a favor, but he probably got eaten by a jungle animal.
Your young man is standing at the end of the road. You could pick him up.
You know, I do it right away, but the road is blocked.
The road's not blocked anymore.
The path is clear? How lovely for my business. That means I can pick up that young man. Oh no! Where is my prod? How am I supposed to guide my elephant without a prod? I'm stuck.
The guy has it nice and cozy here. I'll still have to get accustomed to this tradition.
How am I supposed to guide my elephant without a prod? I'm stuck.
Good day to you. I'm sorry to say all our rooms are booked. The last room was taken by a guest from England.
Who is this guest from England?
He is a somewhat insistent young man, although his head does have an extremely nice shape. But that's beside the point. What do you want from my guest?
I've got to know if he's here by chance or on purpose.
I had some difficulties finding that out too.
I'd like to look at his room.
Why?
I'd like to put flowers in his room. You know how it is.
Oh, of course, I understand. Give me the flowers. I'll put them in his room.
Actually, I'd rather do it myself.
No, that's against the hotel manager's code. And it would cost me my star.
I'm Dr. T's new assistant, and I like to look at the rooms.
It doesn't matter whose assistant you are. The rooms are a matter for guests and no one else.
I'd like a job as cleaning woman. May I take a look around my new workplace?
Thank you. I get along quite well on my own.
Wow, no doubt it takes a strong and intelligent person to run a place like this.
Yes, you're right about that. Many different talents are the mark of a true hotel manager.
Absolutely amazing to find all that combined in one single person.
Yes, isn't it? I feel we are on the same wavelength. At last, someone who is able to appreciate my many talents.
Have a nice day.
Hey, keep your fists off my fluids.
Tasteless. That might help me further.
Hey, hands off. Hey, hands off.
As if it wasn't hot enough here.
I must say, your head has a very The last room.
Have a nice day.
Stop right there, Memsab. You have no business upstairs without a key.
Unfortunately, I'm too far away. I can't get to it from here. A dyed-in-the-wool pilot project. A road is being built here using tar.
Halt!
Hey, it's my turn.
For what?
To say halt.
It was your turn last time.
Was not. You've already had a go at it too.
Ahem.
Bear with us. We have to clear this up first. So, it was your turn last time.
Yes, but you simply went ahead and jumped the queue with that captain from London.
The chap from London spoke to me. I simply replied.
What do you know about London?
Quite a lot.
In London, it rains 220 days a year on the average.
She's not attempting to intrude on a conversation amongst the Royal Guard, is she?
Half of London burnt down in the Great Fire of 1666, but only 6 people were injured.
She really is attempting to intrude on a conversation amongst the Royal Guard.
Of all the nerve.
Listen here. Entry is solely for British citizens, like it or not.
I'm a member of your boss's staff. Let me pass.
Our boss is the Queen of England.
And she hasn't said a word about you yet.
Your boss is Dr. T, and I'm his new assistant.
Pity.
Yes, the life expectancy for the doctor's assistants is not what you'd call long.
Presumably, he hasn't even issued identification for you, has he?
As a matter of fact, I don't have an ID.
And no one gets past here without identification, like it or not.
I am, British, so you can let me in.
Oh, of course you're British.
All it takes is one look at the clothing. Surely, an actress at the National Theatre.
Whereas the boots are more reminiscent of outdoor festivals.
You didn't happen to steal that awkward weapon from some South Sea pirate, did you?
And the hairstyle, not a soul in the whole empire runs around like that.
You, from England? I'm terribly sorry, my dear. Never.
Haven't you ever heard of British-American friendship?
No. In our opinion, rebel colonies deserve to be held in special contempt.
Though there is supposed to be good music over there.
Don't stab me in the back all the time.
Can't you make an exception? Pretty please?
Rest assured.
Really?
As long as you prove you're a British citizen.
What kind of exception is that?
Just this once we would refrain from taking additional measures.
For example, interrogations,
Customs penalties,
searches,
bothersome questions about your weapons permit,
a request for further certified documents,
fingerprints,
toe prints,
presentation of your social security number,
presentation of last year's tax statement,
a request for a relative willing to sign a guarantee for you,
bribes.
Reciting passages from Shakespeare.
As you see, we've got ideas galore.
I'll come back later.
You're welcome to pass by again.
But you won't get past us.
Interesting. An Indian shrine. An unused stick of incense. The strange figurine has a holder for incense sticks in its hand. It says, burnt incense sticks are replaced regularly. A service from your friendly monks from the jungle temple. The village seems to consist of an upper and lower area. Better not. Better not. A street with tar instead of cobblestones? Strange. That doesn't seem to work. That won't work like that. That won't work like that. That doesn't seem to work. Strange underwear for a British guardsman. Shucks, won't work. An umbrella with a grip like a handle, made in England. That won't work like that. Shucks, won't. That doesn't seem to work. That won't work like that. I've made certain changes. Looks quite adventurous to me. Looks quite adventurous to me. Shucks, won't work. That doesn't seem to work. Shucks, won't. That doesn't seem to work. That doesn't seem to work. Something can be placed on top. Shucks, won't work. That won't work like that. Here's where you find the keys to the rooms. That doesn't seem to work. Looks quite adventurous to me. That won't work like that.
What is that?
Maybe you can use it as a substitute for the prod?
Actually, you're right. A bit abnormal, I'd say. But why not? My sincere thanks. I must return a favor. Let's drink a beer together. At room temperature, just like the British do.
It's more like a hothouse climate than room temperature around here.
Whatever. And in gratitude for your efforts, I present you with my advertising promotion giveaway. The genuine Ankh Prod bottle opener. A savior in need, just like my taxi.
Uh-huh.
Cheers!
Let me just take this apart. Shucks, won't work. That doesn't seem to work. Real pretty. A sharpshooter's gun. I knew I've got what it takes. Let the games begin. I should aim better. I should aim better. I should aim better. should aim better. I 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 should aim better. Better not. I should aim better. 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 I've locked him out. I'd say I'm finished with that. So much for that. Now I'll get this back up to snuff again. Makes everything clean as a whistle. That won't work like that. Here's where you find the keys to the rooms. Aha! That's royal stationery. But what's written in the letter? Huh? There seems to be nothing written on the sheet. But it smells like lemon. Very that doesn't seem to work. Shucks, won't work. That won't work like that. That doesn't seem to work. That won't work like that. Shucks, won't work. That won't work like that. Tasteless. Tasteless. Makes everything clean as a whistle. Not the most harmless solution. Shucks, won't work. First, I have to find out if Jack has anything to do with all of this. An old, worn-out duffel bag. Silly tourist kitsch. Did Jack put clothes in here? The drawings are really strange. That won't be a piece of information for Jack. I'm supposed to leave it behind for him when I found out that he's on a mission here on the island. That doesn't seem to work, huh? There seems to be nothing written on the sheet, but it smells like lemon. Very suspicious. A table with a stone top. That won't work like that. That won't work like that. Brand new and not lit yet. Brand new and not lit yet. That won't work like that. That doesn't seem to work. Nothing special. Did Jack put clothes in here? Not the most harmless solution. That doesn't seem to work. Shucks, won't work. That won't work like that. An old, worn-out duffel bag. That doesn't seem to work. Silly tourist kitsch. How sweet. A stuffed parrot. Nothing special. That might help me further. I've locked him out. I could ring for him and tell Kingdom Come, but why should I? That won't work like that.
Thanks a lot. Come again.
Aha! It's you again! What do you want? And...
I'll come back.
You're welcome to...
But you won't get past.
Shucks, won't work. That won't work like that. That doesn't seem to work. That doesn't seem to work.
Thanks a lot. Come again.
Good. The incense stick is glowing. Shucks, won't work. That won't work like that. Shucks, won't work. That won't work like that. A metal lamp that emits light when filled with oil. Refilled. For once, we're not going to be so picky about sticking to the regulations for fire prevention. Something's written here about a job on behalf of Her Majesty. The recipient of the message is supposed to collect important information about the doctor's doings. Well, I'll be. Jack seems to be on a mission. And I'm supposed to set the bait. It also says this document will self-destruct in 10 seconds. What? Okay, Jack, what happened on November 6th, 1871? I don't know either, but if the doctor is right, that date has a very special significance for you.
No? What's no supposed to mean this time?
No means no, and that's that!
That's a real toughie, I'd say. And now, perhaps I should just sleep on that one. That's definitely not going to help me. Aha! The path goes down to the village from here. Quite steeply, by the way. I don't have time for stuff like that. I don't have time for stuff like that.
Hey! Help! Can anybody hear me?
I should take a closer look. Blocked. Blocked. A huge piece of luggage. A huge piece of luggage.
Hey, you! Help me down from here! Hurry!
What happened to you?
You ask what happened to me? I took quite a fall, I did. And it's all that stupid adventurer's fault. It's always the adventurer's fault. And us poor porters are forced to pay the price.
What do I get in return?
Get in return? You snide little shrimp! The very idea! Either you cut me loose right now, or else...
Fair enough.
There you go. Get to it.
Blocked.
It's about time someone came. Thanks a lot for your... Say, haven't we met somewhere?
My name is Jack Keane. I'm a ship's captain.
Jack? Keane? Faith and Begorra, if that doesn't beat old.
What do you mean by that?
Well, no. Maybe I've met you before. Maybe I haven't. It doesn't matter. The name's Murphy, at your service. Speaking of which, you'd be taking me on sooner or later anyway. Everybody does. But then calamity strikes. Alas, alas.
What the blazes are you talking about?
I'm a porter. The best porter around, if I do say so myself. A guide to the island, to put it another way. My only problem is that my customers never make it to where they're headed. Like this one here. Perish forbid. I've lost him. Food for the anacondas. He's already the second one this week. The first one stole himself a shopping cart full of provisions. And the last I saw of him was at the cave of the Sacred Tiger. Guess I can write him off too.
Your adventurer stole a shopping cart?
With the supplies of liquor he grabbed, there just wasn't enough space in my knapsack. He grabbed the machete and pow! The chain to keep the cart in the market was split right in two. Then off he went to the Sacred Tiger, where both adventurer and shopping cart vanished into thin air. But that's another story.
Are you trying to tell me that you're a lousy island guide?
Bite your tongue. I'm an excellent island guide. What happens to me is that I keep running into lousy adventurers.
Are you telling me you know your way around the island?
I do indeed, as if it were me vest pocket. Why? What do you want to know?
I'd really like to know how I can get to the upper village.
Huh, you'd have to belong to the high caste of Kshatriya to do that.
Isn't there some way to get around that?
To be sure. A reincarnation would do the trick for you.
I'd really like to know where the loveliest beach is here.
Listen, bathing is not something I'd recommend. Dr. T has stocked the waters here with oobla jellyfish. Their poison kills immediately. It's his way of keeping castaways off his back, and charter tourists.
I'd really like to know where they serve the best tandoori chicken.
There used to be a snack bar in the village that made luscious chicken, but then the snack bar owner crossed lives with the butcher. What happened then? Well, I won't go into that.
Maybe I'll have more questions later.
I'll escort you to the village.
Something can be placed on top. That might come in handy. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. The keys are kept there. Oh no! What on earth happened? It's all burnt to a crisp. A rather singed piece of furniture. Hey! What does it say here? November 6th, 1871. Who left this for me? And why? What happened on that day? I must find out the story behind this. Where would be the best place to ask about it? Good that I didn't put any clothing in there. In this case, my being poor is paid off for once. Good that I didn't put any clothing in there. In this case, my being poor is paid off for once. A rather singed piece of furniture.
Good day, Mr. Englishman.
Do you know what happened in November of 1871?
Of course we do.
All events are recorded meticulously. We keep a village chronicle. To all purposes, it should be in there.
Go right ahead and take a look. And if you have any more questions, we'd be glad to tell you more.
We're obligated to do that, you see.
Good day, Mr.
What was your job here again?
We are the authority.
In civil...
How does Great.
Well, at...
Good to see you.
See you around. A nice spot for a quiet rest, as long as there are no needles in it.
Hello?
Normally, it's the porters who die.
Blarney, you might find that in cheap dime novels, but in reality, it's an entirely different situation. The adventurer dies. Murphy survives. I can't do a thing about it. It's like a curse it is.
See you around.
Goodbye, Jack.
That wooden plank would fit into my ruined boat perfectly. The British colonial representation on Tooth Island.
Hey, I'm not giving you the hammer just like that.
More or less interesting household goods.
Hello, senor.
You've got a nice shop there.
It's all just a...
Fair enough. That's a chronicle from 1871. But of all things, the pages on November are the ones missing. Someone tore them out. What do I do now? That might come in handy. That's not going to work.
No, don't Hey, I'm not giving you the hammer just like that. So...
Fair enough.
Hello, my friend. Beautiful day today, isn't it?
See you later. But of all what do I do? But what do I do?
I'm still furious that I cleared that elephant handler by mistake.
Horrible. Just horrible.
Indeed.
Good afternoon.
What was that again about your plans for the future?
Gee, if my dear Vincent would only regain his memory at last, we could finally marry after all. Then what we'll do...
Just in case you really do capture a ship...
But don't be
I'll have to move...
Aha. But
I'll teach you some manners you won't forget, you pint-sized wimp.
I'm waiting.
That could still come in handy. I don't think that'll work.
Hello? Can I...
I'm sure you're quite busy. I'll come.
Look, our former captain.
There you are, you mutineers.
Mutineers? We didn't jump ship until there was no ship to jump anymore.
And when we finally got a chance to make a little hard cash.
I'm still your captain.
Read my lips, Jack. We've quit. Like it or not.
We're abandoning a sinking ship. You can't get much clearer than that.
Or are we supposed to submit something in writing with 7 carbon copies attached?
All right, forget it. It would have jolly well been your duty to take me with you.
The captain goes down with the ship. That's doing it by the book.
Strange. But somehow he's right here, alive and kicking.
Where is Amanda?
She disappeared into the jungle.
In a hurry she was. Kept hopping on about a job interview or something. Blimey, that loss is going places.
You haven't heard the end of this.
The first thing we've got to do is find ourselves some new work.
Good day, Miss...
November is missing from the Chronicle.
What? Pages from our lovely chronicle are missing. The last one who borrowed it must have damaged it.
A brief glance at the list of borrowers makes suspects out of the following persons. Signore Gopesh, Lady Rupia, and Granny Louise.
So,
Were you the last person to borrow the village?
you know, I did have it, but I returned it on time.
That's not going to work. That's not going to work. That's not going to... Hey! What does it say here? November 6th. Who left? What? I must...
Hello, can I help you with something?
Were you the last one to borrow the village chronicle?
It's true, I did have my hands on it, but only briefly, just long enough to find out when old Gopesh and I had seen the judge last. I returned it in perfect condition.
I'm still furious that I...
Were you the last person to borrow the village chronicle?
Yes? Why?
The pages concerning November 1871 are missing.
You don't say. How could that be?
You had the book last. Were the pages already torn out?
Yes, they were already missing.
I don't believe a word.
All right, I own up. I tore them out.
Why would you do that?
The answer is veiled in a cloak of silence.
If that's the case, I couldn't care less. But of all things, the pages on... What do I do?
I'm still furious that I cleared...
Were you...
Yes?
The pages...
You...
You had... I don't...
All right.
Why would you do...
The answer is...
Cloaks don't interest me.
Well, all right. Here they are.
November 6th, 1871. Botany Station 1 was destroyed in a terrible fire. The Keane family presumably died in the flames. What? The Keane family? Do I have relatives on this island? I must find that Botany Station 1. I'm not going to leave Tooth Island before I do. I've got to get to the bottom of this mystery. It could have something to do with my past. Maybe even how and why I landed in an orphanage. But who could help me find out? Who might know the old secrets and places on this island?
Hello?
Are you trying to tell me that you're a lousy island guide?
Bite your tongue. I meant, what happens to me?
Are you telling me you know your way around the...
I do indeed, as if it were. Why? What?
I'd really like to know what Botany Station 1 is.
Something told me you would ask me that sooner or later.
What? Really? How come?
'Twas just a notion I had. That thing has been out of order for about 20 years. But naturally I know how to get there.
Show me.
You'll need a boat. If you have a boat, I'll take you there. But I won't be doing it gladly. I can tell you that. Horrible memories bind me to that place.
Fair enough. I'll go look for a boat and find out what all this is about my past.
So, you useless pack of good-for-nothings! You were supposed to jettison the tea-eaters over the plantations on Ceylon! Do you even know where Ceylon is? Any idea? At any rate, it is not on the west slope of Tooth Island, because that's where my tea plantations happen to be! Sometimes I wonder if you work for the competition! You see, the whole thing really is so easy. You fly your balloons due north until you reach the tea plantations. Then you release the cocoon holding the tea-eating plant. And the plant takes care of the rest. It seems to have worked beautifully. Apart from the flying north bit. As punishment, Chippy and Bubba shall stay here next time and unload cargo containers. As for the rest of you, you're on alert. I might possibly need you soon for an altogether different kind of campaign. It won't be long before the British fleet sails by Tooth Island. And I just might have a secret weapon in my possession by then, so I can finally pay that detestable papaya back! Why do I bother telling all this to you? You don't have the slightest idea what I'm talking about anyway. I shall retire to my mansion and chat with intelligent mammals, which in this case means gorillas, not chimpanzees. Good day, and so much for that.